005's command. Hello, Dr. Long here. Today we'll be going over SCP-050. Quite the welcome change to all the death and brutality of most other SCPs. You'll see. Let's get right into it.
SCP-050. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. So far, all attempts to contain SCP-050 have proven fruitless. Footnote 1. Testing to contain SCP-050 has been discontinued at this time. End of footnote 1. At present, whoever is in possession of SCP-050 is to leave it in an office they use with regularity. Footnote 2. Attempts to leave SCP-050 in an unused office have resulted in the following of its owner home. This is a violation of regulation and not to be allowed. End of footnote 2. Description: SCP-050 appears to be a statue of a monkey reading a book, approximately 1 foot. Footnote 3. One of the quirks of SCP-050 is that no matter what form of measurement is used, any record of said measurement will quickly be replaced by the customary system of measurement. End of footnote 3. Tall. On the bottom of the statue are engraved the words "To the Cleverest" in cursive script. The statue has so far proven resistant to all form of damage. Footnote 4. Attempts to damage SCP-050 have resulted in increasingly lethal pranks. As of this writing, destruction testing is discontinued. End of footnote 4. As such, there is no accurate method to date the object. When left alone, SCP-050 has shown itself to be both useful and antagonistic to its current owner. Footnote 5. See document 050. End of footnote 5. Although never seen to move, no matter the manner or amount of recording, any room it is left in becomes very clean to a polish whenever possible. Paperwork is filed, trash is emptied, and in general, clutter is removed. However, SCP-050 also has the tendency to leave traps for its owner, so current holders should carefully check their office upon returning. Document 050. The Great Researcher Prank War of On January 2000, during an attempted capture of SCP-963 by Chaos Insurgency agents, Dr. Bright made use of 963's intrinsic capabilities to make fools of the attempted kidnappers. When Bright returned to his office, he found a monkey statue waiting for him. His office had been tidied up in his absence, and everything filed away, which came as something of a shock for the naturally messy Dr. Bright. Upon further investigation, it was found that, despite the apparent tidiness of his office, all of his pens had been drained of all but the last bit of ink, and several important documents had been translated into Aramaic. Dr. Bright immediately began the usual testing of the new SCP, but found himself going nowhere, until Dr. Wright, as a payback for something unspecified, smeared his desk with one half of a compound epoxy and applied the other half of the compound to his utensils. At this point, SCP-050 vanished from Dr. Bright's office, reappearing in Dr. Wright's office, whereupon 050 began to clean up again. After several tests, it became apparent that SCP-050 was easily contained as long as no one outside the Foundation proved to be cleverer than the Foundation scientists. Of course, this led many of the Foundation scientists seeking to claim the title of most clever for themselves, and thus began the Great Researcher War of
Memorandum 050-A. No good will come from this. 05 blank.
Entry 1. Bright to English. Dr. English accessed SCP-705. 705 is allowed access to approximately 100 pounds of similarly colored Play-Doh. After several minute conversations, the new army retreated to the ventilation shaft. No footage of Dr. Bright's room exists, but several hours later, Dr. Bright stumbled out covered in little red welts and red Play-Doh, swearing and muttering. SCP-050 transferred ownership to Dr. English. Entry 2. English to Eisendorf. At 11:30 p.m., Agent Strelnikov is seen exiting his room in a full rage, carrying a machine gun. Smoke pours out from the open door of his quarters. Senior researcher Eisendorf is later found to be in possession of 050, proving that a good enough prank will attract 050's attention no matter the target. Eisendorf to Kondraki. At 10:25 a.m. on Dr. Eisendorf returned from a brief coffee break to discover a typed note sitting on his desk. Rewritten here. Dr. Eisendorf. It seems there was a problem with the Class A amnesiacs you requested following your SCP-231 assignment. Please hop onto the next plane leaving from the site and wait until someone comes to pick you up so that we can get this all sorted out. Cheers, 05 blank. Despite the factual and stylistic errors in this note, inappropriate informal style, the fact that there is no Overseer 3.14, Dr. Eisendorf apparently took the note seriously and became highly distressed. Dr. Eisendorf boarded the next airplane leaving Site 23, which turned out to be a regularly scheduled flight traveling to Site 19. Dr. Eisendorf apparently did not realize this until landing, at which point he still waited over 8 hours outside the site before a guard found him and asked him what he was doing. Dr. Eisendorf soon confirmed that he had never been assigned to SCP-231 and quickly worked out what had happened. SCP-050 was discovered in the office of Dr. Kondraki later the same day. Entry 4. Kondraki to Kald. At 7:28 p.m. 2009, Dr. Kondraki was called away by Assistant Researcher Hos under pretense of SCP-173 containment breach. Security cameras recovered footage of the ensuing prank. Upon returning to his office, Kondraki paused briefly when he reached his door. Moments later, he is seen backing slowly out of the office, keeping eyes fixed on something inside. It was later revealed that Dr. Kald had placed a replica of SCP-173 in Kondraki's office, positioned in such a way that it faced the door, establishing eye contact with whoever might enter the room. Kondraki continued to retreat until slipping on a hitherto unnoticed puddle of cooking oil. The replica of SCP-173, made of wireframe, paper mache, and spray paint, was relocated to Dr. Joseph Kald's office shortly followed by SCP-050. Kald to Yorick. Upon returning to his office on 2009, Dr. Kald was surprised to find the statue replaced with a note reading, "I can't believe no one's thought of this." The statue was later located in the staff locker of Agent Yorick, who had simply stolen it. Entry 6. Yorick to Kald. Statue returned to Kald. Yorick living space in utter disarray. Agent Yorick is found unconscious. The words "to be earned" tattooed on his forehead through unknown means. Kald to Light. 2009 to 2009. Maintenance teams were called 27 times to Dr. Kald's office while he was out, all having received orders to install, repair, or remove a piece of furniture from the office, apparently at random. Dr. Kald became increasingly paranoid about these intrusions, considering his possession of SCP-050 of 2009, decided to bring back his paperwork and the SCP back to his quarters and work from there. Upon entering his quarter, Dr. Kald was doused by the contents of a bucket carefully placed on the entrance of the door jamb. Ownership of SCP-050 changed to Dr. Light. Entry 8. Light to Coleman. On 2009, Dr. Coleman was seen pinning a notice on the break room notice board which read, "Due to the effects of SCP blank, all personnel who have received an amnesiac of any kind within the past 6 months are required to report to Dr. Light immediately." This was signed and notarized by no fewer than 17 members of O5 Command and senior staff. After seeing this, an email was immediately sent out retracting the information and caused mass panics among some of our more paranoid employees. After what can only be described as a bum rush on Dr. Light's newly refurbished office, resulting in the destruction of many items contained within, SCP-050 was found on Dr. Coleman's office. Entry 9. Coleman, Okawa. On 2009, Coleman was called out of his quarter by an email from an unknown source. 5 minutes later, security footage of Dr. Okawa entering Shoemaker's quarters, carrying a bag with unknown contents and leaving the room a few minutes later without the bag. Upon returning, Coleman discovered a dead rodent which appeared to have been slathered in the secretion of SCP-047. Personnel in adjacent rooms reported hearing a stream of profanities followed by a thud. Worried, researchers found him passed out on the floor, while the slime was later identified as a green gelatin from the kitchen, and the death rat was a rubber toy. SCP-050 was later found on Dr. Okagawa's desk. Entry 10. Okagawa, Chepelsky. Video log. 2009, 12:34 p.m. Dr. Okawa leaves for the cafeteria, presumably for lunch, late breakfast. Researcher Chepelsky is seen entering Dr. Okawa's office carrying several testing vials of SCP. Left the office 5 minutes later, closing the door behind him rather hurriedly. Okagawa returned 10 minutes later, opens the door, and is snagged by a large tentacle which pulls him into the office and shuts the door behind him. A security team is dispatched to Okawa's office and discovers him entangled in a giant squid. The team is seen trying to neutralize the cephalopod and free Okawa. The animal's remains were subsequently destroyed. SCP-050 has been located in researcher Chepelsky's office. Entry 11. Chepelsky to Jones to Chepelsky to Jones to Bright. Entry 11-1. On 2012, researcher Chepelsky came into work at approximately 8 and promptly received a pie to the face courtesy of Project Director Jones. SCP-050 was found on Project Director Jones' desk later that afternoon. What? That wasn't original at all, Dr. Bright. Entry 11-2. On 2012, Project Director Jones reported to his post researching SCP blank. Upon entering facility, he was met by researcher Chepelsky, who threw 2 pies at his face. SCP-050 was found in researcher Chepelsky's office 10 minutes later. Entry 11-3. On 2012, Chepelsky entered his office to find Project Director Jones waiting for him with 3 pies, which he promptly threw at the researcher's face. SCP-050 appeared in Jones' workplace that evening. Guys, I think we broke it, Project Director Jones. Entry 11-4. In the middle of the workday, Dr. Bright entered Jones' research lab with 4 pies which he threw in his face. As he was leaving, security footage recording him saying, "This better not fucking work." SCP-050 was on Dr. Bright's desk upon his return. Notes. God damn it! Dr. Bright. Okay, no more fucking pies, alright? Project Director Jones. Entry Bright SCP-732. On blank blank 2000 blank, an error occurred in the Foundation main database, reassigning System Technician Kent to a squad stopped at Dreadlord cleaning crews during the blastful Hellfire. Joshua Kent was ordered to save the princess from the Baron Black with several gallons of feces, gold and platinum on his head. During the second half of the assignment, and his friends, the Magic Knight Bob, tested several super magic weapons. Despite the odor, during this time routine systems swept awesomeness in the database, despite the numerous nearby systems that could have been infected. SCP-1337 fought Dreadlord on Volcano, encountering System Technician Kent assignment. System Technician Kent was returned to Site 23 largely unharmed. SCP-050 was discovered sitting by a hard drive, heavily infected with SCP-732, with the statue seeming to consider the virus its new owner. Entry 13. Data expunged. Entry 14. Data expunged. Entry 15. SCP-732 Light. On 2000 blank, Dr. Light connected SCP-732 infected hard drive to a scanner and asked 732 if it could produce lolcat images on request. Its response presented the form of a 800-word erotic story featuring itself, in the form of a man named Lord Kickass. Dr. Light and redacted was that with the help of SCP-050, it can do anything. Dr. Light provided SCP-732 with a scanned photograph of SCP-577, SCP-529, and SCP-607, and two instantiations of SCP-331. SCP-732 produced two lolcat images for each photograph. Dr. Light then provided SCP-732 with SCP-637 in the form of a drawing by SCP-637-2. As a result of this, SCP-732 was rapidly overwritten with the estimated 63 GB of text describing SCP-637's action and appearance. Whether this information could have filled all available computer memory is unknown, as the last action of the Lord Kickass instantiation were to induce total mechanical failure to its hard drive, accompanied by catastrophic uncontrolled oxidation. SCP-050 was found in Dr. Light's office the next morning. Note: SCP-637-2 reports that SCP-637 was not harmed by its venture into SCP-732, but that its fur was really messed up. Note: other copies of SCP-732 seem unaffected by the suicide of Lord Kickass.
End of audio log. For as serious as the Foundation is most of the time, it's not all blood and paperwork. It's really something seeing an SCP that led to a boost in morale for once. And my office is pretty messy. Maybe I could... Let's see, what kind of prank could I pull? Oh, well, I'll see you folks in the next one. I'll keep you updated.